For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record.
Yo.
Word.
Good morning. What's going on, man?
I am living the dream, buddy. How about you?
I think I'm living a dream.
Yo, you are. Oh, that is right. I'm living. Whoa.
Whoa.
Woo. That is right, man.
It is.
Whoa.
Wake up.
I apologize for that. That is insane. Okay. Wow. What's going on, man?
Not too much, man. Just waking up, evidently. Actually, I'm ready to go, bro. Like I have a long day ahead of me, and I'm ready to go. Already ate breakfast. Already got my lunch prepared. Like I'm trying to do this whole eating healthy and eating good, and not cheating on the weekends. Listen, my biggest thing is I cheat on the weekends, and I'm really focusing on not, because I'm just, I want different, and when you want different, you'll change.
You know what, dude? Here's my thing. I was having a conversation the other day. I don't remember who it was, so I apologize. But we were talking about running a business, staying healthy, running your family, running your life, and all that other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. When you can show the world as a business owner, not only can you run your business, but you can run your life and stay fit the right way. That reflects on your business, dude. It reflects on your business, dude. And you and I have had another discussion privately that I've worked. I'm trying to say this gently. I've worked with individuals and people are very judgmental. And you know where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah.
People are very judgmental. And then people would say to me, if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of my project? Like, that is stuff that's been said to me, right? So it's a very judgmental world. And at the end of the day, to stay fit or try to stay fit, it just reflects on your business. That's all I'm saying.
Screw the people, man. I'm judgmental. You know what I mean? Like,
we all are.
Like, it's just a natural born thing that humans do, is they judge. Right. It's because it's something inside of us that's reflecting on the outside.
It's true.
So that's why, and no matter what, you're building self-confidence when you're doing stuff correctly and taking care of yourself and all this stuff. It builds your character, your self-confidence, to where you can just handle business. You know what I mean?
It's true. I will tell. I'm down 7. I started that cleanse because you started it. I'm like, SOB, damn it. Now Justin's doing it. I gotta do something. Because listen, dude, at the end of the day, I know fitness, right? Like, I literally was that trainer. I was that idiot douchebag college meathead. Like, I know what it takes to work out. But the problem is, it didn't. My self-care, just as yours, did not become my priority anymore. My kids became my priority, my family, my wife, right? Like, everything else to make them happy. And then you let your stuff go to the wayside. But it shouldn't be like that. It just should be, you got to put that time aside to yourself. I'm learning that now, and I'm doing that now. So I'm down 7 since we started this little project. And since I was drinking that cleanse stuff last week, and it's good, man.
Did you get FOMO?
Dude, listen. So on Monday or Tuesday, I'm in Wawa, right, for a hot minute because I'm thirsty. And I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I chose the chocolate milk, and I shouldn't have, right? Like, I see that sugar, and I got to take a quick little slug, man. I got a problem.
It's a problem no matter what. Sugar is a drug. I'm telling you, man, it's a drug. But that's why I like just better choices, man. Like, I want to do all kinds of things, man. I'm like I said, man, I love cheeseburgers, bro. Like, I love me some cheeseburgers, and it's just not the same when you're making it healthy. It's just not. You know what I mean?
Forget it for Halloween. You should be the Hamburglar. Big purple grimace suit. That's all you.
That's great.
Oh, that's grimace. Wait, the Hamburger had the thing.
Yes.
Anyway, really quick, I wanted to touch on a couple things. Today at noon, listen, I'm inviting everyone. I don't care if we fill the space, if we get maximum occupancy at Keystone Mortgage Solutions. We're talking about social media marketing and branding today, all for free. A free lunch provided by Blackjack Media Group, Bay Area Pressure Washing, and Lighthouse HR. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. Keystone Mortgage, Lindsay, Chris Webb are going to be there. And we're going to be giving free advice on branding and marketing. And here's the thing. Off the bat, I'm not going to tell you what it is now. We're going to give you an immediate nugget. We're going to give the class an immediate nugget. And if they implement it, they'll make money. And that's how, because we're just going to give value. We're not there to sell shit. I'm not there to sell books. I'm not there to sell product. I'm there to give value. We're there to give value through Keystone Mortgage Solutions, and that's what we're going to do today. And you're going to help me do that, Justin.
I'm going to help you. I feel like we're doing like the hub meeting all over again.
Listen, we're consistent. You can't take that away from us. We're consistent. We haven't stopped. The role is never going to stop because everything we're doing and everything we're implementing works, right? So
exactly.
Why stop?
So, and might as well talk about all the things that are coming up. It is September, and we have an event coming up, which I'm helping spearhead, is the recovery walk that's happening in Sims Park with
Nice.
ASAP, which is Pasco Alliance for Substance Prevention. We are throwing a walk, and if you guys aren't in recovery, you are in recovery, just come out, be a part, just show support for our town. It shows support for our community. It's not just people in recovery, it's everybody to, like, if you don't understand, maybe just it's a family event. We're gonna have speakers, we're gonna have food, there's gonna be Kona Ice is gonna be there. It's gonna be a great time.
Awesome.
And it's gonna be September 9th, Friday from 5 to 8 p.m.
All right. I love it. Yes. Tell us about who's coming on today, man.
All right. So we got Ron Slyker. Is that how you say it?
What are you saying?
How do you say his last name?
I screw it up too. So
I'm butchering it. Yeah, I'm gonna let him come on and correct me and maybe give me virtual slap.
I screw it up too.
Ron from Radiant Technology Solutions. I know his business name. How's that?
Oh gosh. Dude, bring him on. Just bring him on because that's bad. That is so bad. Ron!
I know it's payback for when I called you McFadden. It's all right.
It is.
It's Slyker, just like it looks.
Okay.
But I've been called plenty of things worse than that, so don't worry about it.
Well,
literally just undermined us in front of 30,000 people. He's like, it's Slyker like it looks, you idiots.
Listen, I could screw up the freaking normal English language, you know? like just some easy words. I'm really bad at words. It's just not my strong suit. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. That's why I call it.
Ron, tell the world, bro, who you are, what you do.
Well, I am Ron. I own a small business called Radiant Technology Solutions. We do IT consulting for small businesses. We help small businesses grow with their technology. And what we really do is help them implement systems in their business so that they can scale easy, so they can work efficiently and be more effective with their technology.
There you go.
Awesome. Before we move forward, let me just say hi to a couple people that are in the comments, man, real quick. We got Tyler Hardigan.
Tyler.
And then we have let's see who we got. We got Christopher. What's up, Chris? My buddy. We got Marcia, and then we got Amanda. Good morning. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Brandon Withers. What's up, my friend?
Go Pro Boost. Go Pro Boost.
Tyler had to let us know who he is. Hi, I'm Tyler. I own a company called Bay Area Pressure Cleaning. Did you do something?
I said, dude, we were on iHeartRadio yesterday, okay? And this gentleman that was the host was actually, he brought up Tyler on an awesome thing that Tyler did. So Virginator was in there, I was in there. She jacked it up. If you took her audio down, you would hear me say cleaning, and then Virginator said washing. I'm like, oh no.
Washing.
Everyone's Googling Bay Area pressure washing. So, Tyler, it wasn't me, man. That wasn't me, buddy.
All right. And we got Jen Verse. You're doing amazing things, Justin. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And we got Luke says that's his birthday, so I guess we're gonna see him there. for his birthday celebration. Probably not, but whatever.
Nice.
Beta Bay is the 9th, September 9th?
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
great.
that's his birthday.
He could be my son. That's cool.
Then we have, let's see, we got Jenver says, I just call him the captain.
El Capitan. El Capitan.
Then that's pretty much it. So, all right, man. So, yeah, I actually just asked Ron for a question. So I'm going to ask him now since we're in here, but
Okay.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Let me get that back up. There we go. I pressed the wrong button. I'm pressing.
Ask him.
All right. So I have, my Wi-Fi. I hate my Wi-Fi. No offense, Spectrum, but I don't like you. I had like the worst experience the other day calling in to cancel cable. And guess what? I still have freaking cable because it's just, dude, I was on the phone for an hour with Spectrum telling them, hey, I don't need cable. I don't want it. And I have a phone line I've never used. Like, I don't know why I have these things. They're forcing it on me, and I feel pressured, and I feel like a victim here. But like, Spectrum's forcing themselves on me. But I just want an internet, right? And I wanted to upgrade to a gig of speed just so I could have good, download, upload, whatever. It says I have good. I'm like, what do I freaking do to get some good internet? Like, what do I have to do? I have my own router. I don't know how to hook it up. There's all kinds of things I don't know. And then I want to make a podcast room inside my garage, and I want to have good Wi-Fi because I do a lot of, live streaming and all kinds of things. I mean, we need good Wi-Fi. We are victims of the technology world. So, so like, what's the solution? Like, how do you hook up routers? Like, I need to know some things, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty easy these days.
Especially
I don't know, man. It's pretty easy, especially in the home situation. Affordable. There's Amazon Eero, EERO, that they came out with a few years back, and it's pretty simple. You plug one station in to your router, your Spectrum router, and then there's an app. You scan QR code on the next one, and it helps you figure out the best positioning throughout the house. And my dad had a ton of Airbnbs throughout Dunedin, and that's what we used there. And even in some scenarios, he had separate buildings on the property, and they were all sharing the same Wi-Fi, and they worked great. Business world, you're going to have more devices on the network, so you're going to want to go with something like Ubiquity or Meraki access points to allow more devices on at once and maintain those speeds.
So do these things guarantee that there's going to be good, strong signal without any lag or anything like that? And like, does it tell you how far apart and like?
Okay. Yeah, it'll tell you like, oh, you've gone too far. Bring it back a little bit closer to the home station. And
this thing that goes by the router, you don't need like it plugs straight into the router or the modem.
Yeah, just an Ethernet cable into it, and then it creates a mesh network.
Okay.
I got a question. What is the Mac Daddy like right now? I can go on Amazon or through you or anyone, or go to Best Buy and buy the Mac Daddy router that's going to cover a large space. Like, what are we talking on cost and all that fun stuff?
Well, that's the problem with the routers. You're always going to be limited on range. So you want to create a mesh for sure. You want different stations throughout your home or your business to repeat that network and keep a strong signal throughout.
So it's just the mesh pushing it. So for that mesh, is there a data input for each station that you have to come and wire, or is it you just plug in your 110?
Yeah, there can be, depending on the brand you get. Like when we do Ubiquities in business, typically we're running a Ethernet cable to each station. But if you're doing that in your home, you probably don't want to tear up your beautiful home running cables or get in the attic. So something like that, Amazon or Google Wi-Fi will work great in the home. Right.
So the reason I bring this up is because the walls of my house are like this thick, right? Cement.
Yeah.
And I thought I would be able to go just to Best Buy and buy a little, I guess to call the mesh system where it hops over. Dude, you get into my kitchen. My kitchen is literally a dead zone, and it's the furthest away from where my router is, even with the jumper or mesh, whatever the hell it's called. And I still have no service. So it's odd. Every time I'm in the kitchen, I get nothing. It's literally gone, like dead. And not just that, Ron. Also, if I was to be removed off of Wi-Fi, I don't get any signal at all in my kitchen. So I don't know if it's wrapped in foil or what, but I can't get anything.
Yeah, for off of Wi-Fi, you can use a cell booster. Install a cell booster in the house, and that amplifies. There's different ones for, whether you got Verizon or you got AT&T, to help increase that signal in your home.
All right, I might have to come and maybe analyze that and show me which way to go. So on top of everything else, we know what you do now. We all have seen your creative videos as of late, right? The El Capitan, which I think is very creative. And Ron, you're very, like, as matter of fact, it's dry humor, but it cracks me up, dude, because once you put the hat on and I see you, I just start laughing. So kind of tell me how that came to be, because I just think it's kind of cool.
Oh, well, the funny thing about that, well, a couple things actually. My wife and I were going on a cruise. It was a surprise gift, so I got her this pink captain's hat, and I put it on. I was like, "Oh man, this feels right." So I said, "Man, I'm going to order one for myself, and I'm going to do a Captain Ron, storms are coming in. We got to prepare your network kind of commercial." And so I did it. And then second funny thing about that is it turns out that my grandfather and my great uncle both wore captain's hats all the time, and I had no clue about any of that. So
that's funny.
I guess
that's why it felt right.
That's why it felt absolutely. Right, it's in the DNA.
Listen, I don't know if you like fishing, but at the end of the day, I think you should go get your captain's license now, just so you can officially say you're a captain. That's where I would go with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it just fits. It fits. You do it really well, and like you like merged onto the scene, and now everybody knows you as a captain. You know what I mean? Like it works. That's that one thing with branding. It's like finding your niche, your niche, and you're in IT solutions. Who would have thought that captain would be the niche for you?
I mean, honestly, Ron, in my opinion, a guerrilla marketing tactic for you would be literally to go what I did years ago. I would go and get those stickers of you with your hat on that literally like hashtag the captain. Make that your hashtag now. You know what I mean? Hashtag the captain, and then start putting those biodegradable stickers, folks. I don't want to hear, oh, he's putting stickers everywhere. He's ruining the environment. They're biodegradable, folks. Okay, they're biodegradable, and you put them everywhere. And like, what's the captain? And people will trigger that, and they'll start searching for you. I would 100% with your hat, just your face, the hat, hashtag the captain. I looked that up for sure. Like, what is this all about? Do it.
No, absolutely. That's a great idea.
You get people intrigued by, what is this? I see it everywhere.
Right? Why is this guy, this looking fellow here with a captain hat? It's odd, but that's the point, right? And when you don't call attention to what you do, people are intrigued and want to know what you do. We had this conversation yesterday on the iHeartRadio with the gentleman, with the host, and we were talking about there was a period in time where I never said once what my company was or what I did for a very long period of time when I was doing creating video content. And then people just get intrigued. Well, what do you do? Well, what you keep talking about this, that, and the other, but what do you do? And that's a big part of it. It's a big part of being in business and branding the right way. So just a little bit of tidbit of information there today, folks. But yeah, anyway, Ron, what else you got up your sleeve, man? You work with, you do a lot of co-branding with Drake, Malhot. And I'm sorry. I love Drake. Every time I hear Drake, I accent. I can't help it.
I feel like we need to do that little skit you did. I think we need to play that. It's so funny.
When you and Drake did the one at, I think it was Drake's office. I don't know whose office it was, but when you came in to the office where he's like, my Wi-Fi don't work. I didn't understand. I want to go golfing. I can't tell my wife. Like, all of that video was fantastic, bro. And then all of a sudden you come in, you're like, hey there, with your dry humor, man. You're like, I'm here for you. I don't think you break vocal the whole time. You're just like, hey there, I got you. No problem. Fist bump. It was awesome, bro. I love it. So, like,
I love working with Drake and Josh from Countywide Plumbing with his leaks.
Yes.
He loves those leaks.
Let me ask you a question though. How does that come to be, Ron? Like, are you making the call? Is it them making the call? Or like, hey man, I got an idea. Like, who's making that call to collaborate?
Oh, we all do it, man. We're all buds, and we try and work together and grow each other's business. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Love
So,
it.
and another thing,
Go ahead, Justin.
I say another thing is you started this. Did you start or the HCC, the Holiday Community Cares deal?
Tell us about that. Tell us about it. Yeah.
Well, I lived in Holiday probably 8-9 years at the time, and had always put on my blinders as I was coming in and out of the neighborhood, and I knew I wanted to do something in the area, and finally found myself in a position where I could help. And you guys inspired me with the hub and seeing what all, you brought into Newport Richey and doing the Christmas trees and stuff. And we really want to help lift up that community because Holiday is unincorporated. There's not a lot of county support there. And there's a lot of people needing help.
Oh yeah.
I've talked to people that it's just heart wrenching.
Do you remember several years ago? I'll never forget this. The county actually was considering renaming Holiday because of the name has gotten such a bad rap. Did you guys remember that?
I remember when they were talking about selling it to Tarpon too.
Right. That was that. Yeah. That wouldn't happen. But yeah, that was actually a true discussion, and it was, I believe, Catherine Starkey that was a part of that as well, and just threw it out there because of that. And it's unfortunate that, listen, dude, I'm probably gonna get some flack from this, but I don't like the fact that when I cross over from Pinellas to Pasco, all of a sudden it's just like, right? And I'm not being an ass towards Holiday because it happens in Zephyr Hills. It happens when you're coming from Hernando to Hudson, right? Like, this is why for a long time, Ron, and maybe we could all, maybe with the hub, Holiday Community Cares, and maybe with everyone, we come together, because this is why we should be preaching pride of ownership to business owners, pride of ownership to the landlords, and also the tenants. And this is why I think personally that there should be grants in place. I know the city of Newport Richey has grants, but I think Pasco County should have grants in place to beautify the landscape of these businesses, because when upon entry into our county, you're like, shit, right? When it should be beautified. And listen, they've gone a long way. They've helped, like, the medians. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but they spent an exorbitant amount of money on the mediums in Newport Richey and stuff like that. But you could dress up a median all day long. It still doesn't help what the businesses look like. There should be painting grants, landscaping grants, flower grants, all that stuff to enhance the business. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
There actually is a landscaping grant right now. Dave Luke's doing a lot of that work at Red Tree Landscape Systems, and I think it's like $20,000 if you own a business.
What?
Yeah, for landscaping. Yeah.
And so why is it that? Why is this not known? Like, why aren't people? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Well, you know what? No, there's no way it's known, because who the hell wouldn't take advantage of it? Because I'm driving up and down 19 and it looks like shit.
Absolutely.
The chamber, I think the Pasco EDC came in and was talking about the grants that they have for to spruce up your business. There is grants, and they're giving them out. So
I mean, I know for the city of Newport Richey there was. I knew that, and even for homeowners, which I think is awesome too. The homeowners get grants to beautify their property. But if that's the case, right, and this is in play, Ron, my thing for HCC right now, for your group, that would be the focus. Like, I would be pushing that all day long, you guys as business owners, to collaborate with all these business owners and start putting those grants in to your Board of County Commissioners. You know what I mean? Just go get it.
I would tell you this though, like, just like Tarpon was, there for a while. I mean, it's still kind of, but it's gone a long way since 10 years ago, when it was just a hot mess. So it's just slowly but surely, but Holiday is forgotten. You know what I mean? It's like the forgotten place, because for one thing, it's a hot spot. It's a hot spot for everything you could possibly think of, right? Mm-hmm. It is the bad area. It's the heat map on the thing. I got, and that, and then Hudson area by 52 and 19. Like, those are bad areas for drug activity and all kinds of things. Man.
I don't want us to get flack for this, Justin. But we're just saying the truth, right? Like, I just don't want. we usually bring positivity to the table, but at the end of the day, we also have to be realistic and pragmatic, and those are, like you said, hot spots. So why don't we make it, Ron, I'm being for real, man, like no bullshit, I know the camera's on, but why don't we make it a point? Like that's the thing we should start pushing. And I don't know, maybe you get with Drake, Red Tree, all, Josh now from Landscape Dynasty's doing design. Like, why don't they make it a point, like pick a business a month or a week or whatever, do some kind of design for them. Hey, this is what 20 grand brings you, or maybe you only get 10 grand, but this is what it could look like. And hey, go do it. Like that. Come on, man. If you do that one by one, and then a year from now, 2 years from now, you guys will be sitting back looking down that 19 corridor and be like, we did that. That's what needs to happen, man. I would love that.
Absolutely. One thing I know we're going to run into, especially on the 19 area and Holiday, is there's a lot of absentee owners. They own these properties and they're not around. There's actually lots of trespassing that goes on, and talking with the sheriff's department, if they can't get a hold of the owner, they can't trespass somebody. And that's the way the law works. Even like there's specifically a kind of abandoned gas station on 19 in Bonita.
Yep.
Right between the Wawa and the Speedway, and that place is full all the time. We've gone and we've cleaned up the trash, and we've helped hand out supplies to these people so they can take care of themselves and clean themselves up, and it just continues to happen because there's nobody there.
So there needs to be policy change is pretty much what I'm hearing. That's what it needs to happen. It needs to be changed in the legislation.
Listen,
is what I hear is like.
We're speculating. I mean, this is speculation right now, but at the end of the day, we don't know the true policy. I mean, there could be something in play that's like, okay, contact owner, attempt to contact, no response, engage, and then we got to do what we got to do. Maybe that's in play. Maybe that's not. If it's not, Ron, that should be your guys' priority. I would go to the county, dude, on the Tuesday meetings, get your butt right on that podium, put your right hand and your left hand on that podium and say, this is what we're doing for Holiday, and this is what we need to do. And I can guarantee you the board will back you. Guarantee it. Because they need someone, they need the drive. They can't do it themselves. They need they need the spark, they need the starter, they need the person that leads it. Maybe it should be you guys doing it. 100%, man.
No, absolutely. I really hope we can change the area quite a bit.
But then again, it's strength in numbers. The more people that talk about it, the more people that get attention, the more people that get flack about the whole situation, the better off. If change doesn't happen unless you're challenged.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. So unless they, like, as a county, you're being challenged by all these citizens or the people that are coming together to try to fix this problem that's happening, because it is a problem. Like, that is the hot spot, man. That's homelessness, drug activity, all of it. And it's just pretty much, no big deal. Yeah, just it's not priority,
No, I don't. And listen, every one of those board members now, I appreciate now, because people are gone. Anyway, we don't talk politics. But at the end of the day, I don't want to say that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. All I'm saying is they can't do it by themselves. There has to be an organization in place that's ready to lead the charge. And Ron, dude, for real, you have a lot of people in power in that group that you guys have.
Absolutely.
And I mean, dude, doesn't Teddy live there? Teddy lives in Holiday, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He could be a huge advocate. That guy's got a big. I mean, didn't even grow up here, or he just moved here, didn't he? A few years ago, like huge advocate already of that area. So
yeah, he's helped out quite a bit, and he's got us in with Commissioner Starkey, and
there you go.
We sat down with her, and then we got James Morris Tree Service, who's involved, and James, if he puts his mind to something, there's no stopping that guy.
Yep,
oh, no.
Pretty much. Yep,
definitely not.
So you got strength in numbers, and you got backup. We'll back you up here, Pumpkin. As long as we can change something, and like I've said this for years, I'll say it again: change the behavior, change the view. Change the behavior, change the view. You change the behavior, get people to do pride of ownership, and everyone will change the view of that place. End of story.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And that's one of our big things we're trying to inspire in the community, is that pride of ownership. And we've seen, since we started our group, we've seen other smaller groups pop up, which is fantastic. And again, we're collaborating with them and just trying to make things great all over Holiday.
Think of it from our perspective. Like I feel that we started a movement because all I've seen now is groups sprout up everywhere, because at the end of the day, if this idiot can do it, right? If Justin can do it, if I can do it, you guys can do it, right? And that's as simple as that. It's inspiring people to get the movement going. No, Justin, we're not idiots. I'm just saying we're idiots for a second.
Listen, I already knew. I knew this a long time ago, bro. I just try to funnel that idiotness into something good now.
New t-shirt coming. New t-shirt. I funnel idiotness. I like it.
Hey, but like I that's where like it all boils down to, man. It's if we all come together to, like support each other, like ACC, the Hub Sports ACC, the Hope Shot and the Hub and the freaking all of us together, man, because it's a big problem and we can't do it alone. And like, so Ron, if you ever need anything from any of us, or if anything needs, just let us know. And like, I'm always down to, especially because that's the hot spot, man. We deal with a lot of stuff that goes on over there, just to let you know, behind the scenes. So
absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely some opportunity for the Hope Shot and HCC and the Hub, all of us to work together.
I know Ron. Listen, I know Ron knows he's got our support no matter what, and vice versa. And I'll say this too about Ron, because he is our special guest today. Ron is the type of guy that, he's not like territorial in regards to sharing the love, right? Like Ron invited me to his BNI, and I went to your BNI, and then I see you with this group, and I see you with that group, and I see you all over the place because you're omnipresent, which we've all been taught, right, to be omnipresent. And that's a great thing, because you see the good side of everybody, don't you? You see what everyone is actually doing. So versus saying, our group does this and we're just going to be over here, you're everywhere, and it works. It works for Ron, which is good. And I think we need to encourage that, man. It's not a group thing, it's a community thing. Make sense?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's a group thing. It's got a funky swing. It's a group thing, a group.
He took it like it was cool, and then he took it the extra 1.5 seconds, and then he killed it. Like, you can't.
I know. That's my life, man. That's my life.
You got to learn when to cut it, right?
I'm an overachiever.
I'm kidding. So, all right. So, Ron, what else is going on, man? Like in the company, in the business, in the world, like what's going on else in your world? What do you got? Something special to tell us? You got a little secret? What's going on?
We're growing. We just expanded our office, took over the suite next door. Yeah.
Where are you located?
Our office is in Tarpon Springs.
Okay.
Just over the railroad tracks.
Yep, just over the railroad tracks.
So let me ask you a question. Where do you see the majority of your business coming from?
We work with people all over the place. Mostly, Pinellas, Pasco for sure. We have some clients, quite a few clients in Hillsboro, but I have customers in Texas, Minnesota, New York. Yeah.
How far do you go? I mean, obviously you're in Minnesota, you're doing stuff remotely, but locally, like how far would you go? Like, would you cross the Skyway?
Yeah, we've crossed the Skyway a few times. We got customers from Apollo Beach to Wesley Chapel, from Hudson to St. Pete.
Okay.
It's our kind of our standard rectangle there.
Okay.
But yeah, we've been out to Brooksville. We've been out to we've been out to Sarasota County a few times. And
nice. So, all right, any events coming up for ACC or?
Yeah, we're taking part of the Keep Pasco Beautiful cleanup that's coming up. I believe that's next week. My wife's working on that, and there's a event in progress for some mutual friends of ours, Lily's Tacos. I don't want to talk too much about that online yet until it's firm, but there's some meeting going on this evening, and it should be fantastic.
Awesome.
Good people, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good people, bro.
If Dustin would come out with that song already, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm pushing him. I want him to do that song,
dude,
man.
When I heard him sing, I was like, what? Like, why are you not doing that? That's an amazing talent, right?
Yeah.
And him and Jen Verge need to do
the Virginator. I love it. And then I will tell you this, man. Like, his wife, dude, such a genuine, kind person. I actually look forward to seeing her because I know I'm going to get a hug. It's like a really love hug, man. You know what I mean? It's a love hug. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to whatever the plan is there. And I'm also looking forward to get them up and running again because what's happening with them is so messed up, and I can't wait to support them and promote the hell out of them when the time comes. When the time comes. And what's awesome too, we talked about like how everyone's integrated in different groups. Think about the support that those people have, not just from Hub, but from you guys, from everybody, right? It's just, and she shared a video yesterday. It was so sad, man. This guy, it was her security camera. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah,
but it was her security camera video, and the guy comes in, and then like he sees the front door and the sign that he's closed. He's like, man. And then like a complete stranger, he's like, man, they're closed. They have the best tacos ever. It's so
Really
sad, man, but really good food.
I didn't even see the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Justin, that's complete FOMO. Justin is right now inside is doing this. I didn't see the video.
I have nothing to talk about. I have nothing.
No, I've told Dustin best tacos in Tampa Bay, hands down. In my opinion. Yeah.
I think you should make that their hashtag, buddy, or quote it right now. Best tacos in Tampa Bay, because and when they're up and running and ready to go, we should do a cook-off, man, because they're phenomenal. And maybe it's the love they put behind the food. Maybe it's who they are as people, as individuals. Maybe that's what it is. But whatever it is, it's fantastic. And I miss the food, so I can't wait.
It always is. It's always the love you put behind the food. Everything you put love into is going to be amazing. Everything you put freaking trash into is going to be trash. They make it better, man. Just by being them,
Yep.
Yeah. Put the TLC into it.
TLC. Listen, when I'm making food, I put some R&B, old school R&B on, and it makes the food better. I swear.
Are we chasing waterfalls?
We're chasing waterfalls. We're getting some key sweat up in here, bro. We're doing.
I don't want no scrubs.
Moves,
Bro, his whole demeanor right there. Ron, I need to see I don't want no scrubs video. Figure it out right now and quick. I don't want. You got to do a whole montage, and I don't want no scrubs. I want to see Drake Malhot in nursing scrubs.
Oh my God! Please, yes.
Hi, everybody. I'm here. Dr. Drake here. I don't want no scrubs.
Then you get Josh from Countywide with the toilet scrubber.
Yeah.
There you go. Josh is a good guy. Josh came to my house and worked on one of my bathrooms, and I'm probably gonna have to have him come back soon because my house just falls apart daily.
Well, at least you're not. How's that?
I don't know. With this cleanse he got going on, I might need him more at my house. I'm just saying.
Oh Lord.
Geez.
Yeah, I don't want what you got.
So what else we got, Ron? Come on, what else we got?
Oh, it's like you said, that trying to get know more people and build more relationships. That's been the key to my success, is relationships. Absolutely. Right. Getting to know people. The more I know about somebody, the more I can help them.
I will say this because I'm gonna say this today at noon at the Keystone Mortgage Solutions. It is truly providing value. Once everyone listen, when you stop talking about, right, like here, and I know people are like, oh, here comes the hypocritical shit, but it's not, because when you just keep continuing to provide value for other people, right, no matter what, the business comes back to you. That is, and I think all of you have recognized that by now. Like, that is the way to do it, and that's why we preach collaboration, all the other stuff. But every day, guys, it's kind of like a sickness. I hate to say it, but I wake up and I go, how am I going to provide value today in regards to what nugget of information am I going to give out that people say, hey, man, thank you, and appreciate that. I might not get that reciprocated for a decade. And I have stories to where I know I've done something, right, for the greater good with not expecting something in return. And then a decade later, right, coming to fruition, like those things. So you need to start thinking about that. And it's called planting seeds and farming seeds later, right? And at the end of the day, you have to have that farmer mentality, and you have to start planting seeds throughout your community. You know what? I learned something from Steve Farrell. I'm gonna give Steve Farrell some props, because I spent some time there in my lifetime, And that's when I really recognized how he supported the youth. Okay. And one of the things was, you know, he always gives back to the youth or sports programs or et cetera, like, you know, by supporting a banner, like giving a banner to a thing and stuff like that. And I always thought to myself in the beginning, in my youth, I didn't understand it, right? I'm like, what's the point? You're really not going to get anything out of it. And I'm not going to do the Steve Farrell impression, but usually I would. And he said, I need you to think about this. He's like, we're supporting them now because no matter what, those kids are always going to remember who was there for them in their youth. And those kids, the majority of the time, will come back and live in the community that they grew up in. And if you have longevity of the company, if you know you're going to be around 10, 15, 20 years, when those kids become a part of society and so forth, they're always going to remember who that was. And I'm like, and he's like, the parents will always remember, the kids will always remember, their grandparents will always remember. And I'm like, you know what, man, that's great. I never thought of it that way because I was too young, right? I was into ego type marketing and it was boastfulness and so forth. It just doesn't work. So that was a really cool thing I learned there. So it's farming seeds for the longevity of your brand, right? But also doing it for the right reasons, not doing it to say, hey, check out what we did. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Although, let's quit the bullshit. Like even what we did the other day, with the Guardian program, there's going to be things we talk about on a public level because that's what you're just supposed to do. Because I truly believe, like I said before, not to be a broken record, action inspires action. I think we still continue to need to do that. So those small things you're talking about, Ron, or the Holiday Community Cares Act, right? Or those are things you should talk about. Don't feel like, oh, look at us, we're talking about that. You need to talk about that because you need to draw attention to the situation because, like Justin said, strength is in numbers, right, Justin?
Yes,
Absolutely.
and I have a thing about that with the whole nonprofit world and the people that are doing good in the world. Like, there's a time for it and there's not a time for it. So there's a time because if nobody knows what you're doing, how does anybody know?
Right.
You know? And a lot of people are like, oh, they're just showing off. No, but if nobody sees it, the FOMO is real in this society. Like, people want to, if they see good, they want to help do good. Or they want to get involved. Well, if they don't know what you're doing and they don't see anything, then who are you? What are you doing? That's why I tell these nonprofits, and that's why I'm trying to bring it into the nonprofit world with video to show your good works. What are you doing in your community? How are you doing it? What does this look like? You know what I mean? Because nobody knows you're there. It's literally like being omnipresent or being transparent about everything to show that you're doing these works. And this is what you do. This is who you are. And that nobody knows if they can't see it. You got to bring it to the light in order for them to see that, you know, hey, we need people to get involved and be a part, you know? So that's why, and that's another reason I'm very, you know, I go on every week, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's unmanageable in my life, but I have to keep doing it because I want it to be destigmatized in our community. I want people to be involved. I want people to understand what we're doing and who we are. Period.
All right. 43 minutes in right now. Just want to say, every time we hit 43 minutes, I'm going to say it. 43 minutes in. So it's ingrained in all of your heads. Ron, don't tell me you haven't seen a number 43 somewhere and go, shit. Because it happens. But anyway, really quick.
I was having tacos with Josh from Countywide one day, and his check was like $443, and he's like, oh man.
All right, listen, Ron, what do people gravitate towards? Just question in general. What do they gravitate towards? When it comes to business, what do people gravitate towards?
Well,
Shut up, Justin.
Tacos.
Success. Justin was
absolutely. I was going to say success or money or
success. Yeah. You just triggered me with the money thing. But we'll talk about success first. So people gravitate towards success no matter what, right? The reason, Ron, why people show up to meetings that we put on is why? Because they're deemed successful. Why are they deemed successful? They're deemed successful because they see the results of the hard work over and over and over again, right? And that's why we have consistency, right? So at the end of the day, people, and we talked about this yesterday on iHeartRadio, there's people gravitate towards success no matter what it is, and people want to be a part of it because why? It's successful. And people, I always said this before, that people want to see, like if Ron, if you're doing something great at HCC, right? And they're like, wow, look at Ron. He's consistent. He's doing the right thing. He's doing things for the right reasons. There's a part of you that they want to see in themselves, right? You're doing it very discreetly. You're doing it quietly. You're doing it humbly, and people recognize that. So no matter if you're boisterous or not, or if you're doing it in a quiet manner, because your actions are the result of your hard work, right? So at the end, or your results are the part of the actions. At the end of the day, they want to be a part of that, right? Now let's talk about the money. Because this drives me insane. Okay. So now you have people that just go here, 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 here. And that's great. And I'll never, obviously, if you're a nonprofit or anything like that, you don't want to say no to that. And you're grateful. They get their little 3 seconds and we're done. But when you see people, hey, man, what can I do to help? What can I do to step in and help out and volunteer my time? Because when someone gives your time, it's so very much precious. And I see people and business owners all the time that just throw it out, man. And they throw it out. And people, this is what sickens me. People this is going to hit a lot of friggin' nerves right now.
Oh, man.
People gravitate, just like people gravitate to success, people gravitate to those people because they know they have money just in case one day they might need them for something. If you are in that position where you're kissing somebody's ass because they know monetarily, they have a little bit more than you, and you're just like floating their boat and patting them on the butt or whatever the case is because of dollars and cents, Ron, that's not a good place to be, man. It's really not. It's sickened. I see it. And people kiss that person or person's tush just because there's a perception of more money, a perception of success, when truly you are not doing anything and you haven't got off your lazy butt to help and assist or do anything. Ron, that's why we see you. We see Justin. We see, Morris. We see Tyler Hardigan and everyone else in our damn group that gets off their rear end and says, hey, how can I help, versus giving a check. And I also see people that give a check that shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like I could get almost, I'm gonna hold it in because I'm an emotional being. But someone called me the other day, like, I want to give you a check, and I know their financial situation, and I go, I can't accept that. It was for the Guardian. I go, I can't. I know where you're at, and that person's like, shut up and do this because this is what I want to do, right? And they did it because that's what they want to do. Those are the people you want in your life, man. You tell me, guys. You tell me. What do you want? The person that works your ass off, or you want the person that just throws you cheddar because, I'm good? What do you think?
Works their ass off, totally.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I'm with the people that work their butts off, man. Because when you work hard, it's a little bit more meaningful, I guess you could say. And especially if you don't have it, man, that's a giving heart. It comes from a place of pure, pureness. You know what I mean? And
Purity.
yes, and I see that a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, it pisses me off when people just throw money at shit.
I listen, and I get it, and it's not a jealousy thing, Justin, because I know you as a person. At this point of our relationship, I know you as a person, and it's not a jealousy thing. It's just not, Ron. I know you wouldn't be jealous of that too. It's just like there's an expectation level when people just have money and give, and then just walk away. And don't get me wrong. Also appreciative, like I said, to nonprofits. But if you can just give a little bit more of your time, that's fantastic. It can go such a long way. And the reason why I'm bringing this up too, guys, is because we always get the flack, Ron, because pretty soon what's going to happen, my friend, just like it happened here in the hub, it's going to be like, oh, it's your little group. Right? Are you already hearing those kind of rumblings?
No, we've heard some stuff. Yeah.
Right. It's you. It's Drake. It's Josh. It's your little group. It's your little niche. It's your little section. And that's it. Right. It's favoritism. Blah, blah. It's not. You know what it is? It's you continuously stepping up. Drake continually stepping up. Josh stepping up. Reagan stepping up. Justin stepping up. All of us stepping up. If we constantly step up, that's why it's always the same damn people, because it's the same damn people raising their hand first. And that's the mindset that we're supposed to be changing our community with. Raise your damn hand. You know, someone put something out the other day. I was laughing my ass off about River Ridge High School. And this woman just went on this long tangent about traffic is this, and this is the problem, and that. Well, what is your solution? Instead of going on a rant on whatever page, and I literally, you know, I'm like, I was in one of those, I'm going to be a jackwagon moment. And I'm like, since you're so passionate about this, why don't you get in front of the Board of Education? Why don't you get in front of the Board of County Commissioners? Why don't you request a traffic study? Why don't you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's easier to go on Facebook.
Right.
It's easier to just bitch about it than not do it. You can, like, everybody's so good at bitching about a problem, but there's nobody comes up with a solution or does anything to go for the solution.
Yep.
And that's one thing that I can say about our group is we go towards a solution and we gravitate towards fixing things.
I don't think we ever give a problem without a solution. I don't think we ever bring up a problem unless we have a solution first, right? Like, and if we're stuck with something, that's the beauty part about having all those people around you, Ron, and or Hub Pro or whatever, that literally, all right, guys, here's the issue. How am I going to fix this today? Right.
Absolutely.
Right. And this goes back to marketing and branding as well. Like, how many times in our groups do we say, I have an idea for you today, right? Like, not talking about our own business. I have an idea for you, Ron. I have an idea for you, Justin. That's what people need to start doing, because eventually you're gonna find a lead. You're gonna find a lead for that client. You're gonna find a lead for me one day, Ron. Why? Simply because why? I helped you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's it. I know time's running close here, Justin. I want to bring up the authoritative. I made a reel yesterday, and about being authoritative. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I was talking to this phenomenal businesswoman in our, and I'm friends with her, and she was having an issue with employees just not doing protocol, not doing the things they were supposed to do. And she brought up she goes, I guess I'm going to have to start being a B, right? The itch word. And then for some reason it clicked immediately in my head, and I'm like, that's not the mindset we should have. It's, you need to be authoritative, right? Because at the end of the day, you're the owner of the company. You're the authority of the company. You're setting the guidelines. You're setting the expectation. You're telling people what to do. That doesn't mean you're a B. It means you're the authority, right? And I think for the longest time, man, like, that's been a problem for men and women, right? We're not called Bs. We're called asses, or whatever the case is, right? But at the end of the day, we're an authority figure. And I told you guys this before. Being passive aggressive as a business owner will destroy your business. It will destroy a partnership. It will destroy anything. I was very complacent in a partnership for a very long time with a toxic individual. And at the end of the day, being passive aggressive gets you nowhere. So I'm telling you right now, have that authoritative mindset. Like, this is the expectation and this is what we have to do. Ron, I am curious, because I don't know the inner workings of your business, of your relationship with your employees. So I'm kind of curious. Touch on that really quick.
Well, I try and treat them like family, honestly, as much as possible, but there still has to be that distance there, to where, you know, there's an understanding of what needs to get done, who's in charge, and when to do it.
But is it a constant come? And like I said, I don't know your employees, so I'm just asking. Yeah. Like, is it a constant, hey boss, what do we need to do today? Or is it, hey boss, this is what needs to get done today? Like, what are you hearing from your employees?
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Some days it's what do we need? You know, what do we got going on? And then other days it's, hey, we got to get this done today. And I'm getting to see more and more of this is what we got to get done today.
That's when you stop working right in your business and you just work on your business. How far away do you think you are from that? Like, all right, guys, here's the protocol, go.
Yeah, I'd say probably about a year.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Like, for you to just say, okay, guys, here's A, B, and C, and take it. I'll be marketing, branding, networking, working on my community, and just take it over. Dude, that is it. And how long you been around? Like, how long?
2018, I started the company.
When? 2019?
2018.
2018. That's pretty impressive, buddy. Right? Mm-hmm. In a short amount of time.
Yeah, but I had run other
Right.
managed IT service providers before, and
Right.
so I
So
was
you
familiar.
knew the process and protocol
Yeah.
and the length of time it was going to take.
Yeah, there was a lot less having to figure out what I need and why I need it.
Gotcha.
Especially when it comes to software and utilities and stuff that we use, and tools we use to do the job.
Got
I
it.
had a lot of that knowledge ahead of time, so that really helped.
Good.
Yeah.
Justin, do you have a thing today? We got a little feel good thing.
I mean, we got all kinds of things we could talk about,
All right.
we're just gonna discuss it. I don't have nothing to show you.
We got 5 minutes. So go ahead.
Okay.
What we got?
All right, wait, ready?
I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes.
And I figured out how to make it easier for myself, by the way. So that's a good vibe. But let's talk about, two things. One, let's talk about that Guardian helmet deal. We'll talk about that because that is a good thing that just happened. And I don't think we've talked about it enough anyways. Second thing, today kicks off Recovery Month. Yesterday was International Overdose Awareness Day, and we did a big thing on it. Today is Recovery Month. We recognize recovery. This is an international thing that happens for Recovery Month nationally. We recognize this month, and that's why we're having so today it kicks off. So I just want to let everybody know that September is Recovery Month, and purple is the color to recognize recovery as is something great. So, but Reagan, you want to talk about the Guardian helmets?
Yes, I will touch on that really quickly. A plethora of business owners. I wish I had the list is on my desk at home, but they know who they are, and I could talk about it again. I could post about it again on their pages. But a bunch of business owners in the Hub Pro, etc., got together and donated 60 plus helmet Guardian caps to the River Ridge High School varsity football team. And I will tell you right now, it is all over ABC Action News. And I will tell you right now, guys, and I'm not going to get into it too much, but I was contacted by top officials and dignitaries of our great state of Florida. And I promise you, I will be in Tallahassee making this thing a bill. This will be mandated for the entire state of Florida. Make no mistake. I also met a gentleman yesterday that is going to put me in touch with another gentleman that he's a true advocate for CTE, for brain damage, for football players and student athletes. And he's talking about mandating this for the United States and bringing it to Washington. And I want you guys to think about it. Like, it started here. So remember that when you see all of this, and remember that when a year from now or 2 years from now, and you see all of these caps on top of these football players, it started right here in Pasco County. It's pretty cool.
It is. And that's some good vibes right there. I mean, like you said, man, taking the bull by the horns and just running with it. That's what it's about, man. And stepping up and being a voice, finding the problem, because it is a problem. I don't know how many times I've seen the news about kids just falling out of nowhere. Like it may not happen right away, but they just like all of a sudden just boom, gone. Dead.
Long-term. It's long-term effects, and I will tell you, it's affected me my entire life. But I will tell you right now, I'm handling it because of mental fortitude. But there's a lot of people that just don't. They succumb to it, and they're beat by it, and there's hallucinations and stuttering, and it messes with you, dude. It's great. Like I said, I'm an advocate for football. I'll never not be that because it makes you a man. It really does. It's a sport that prepares a boy to become a man. But there's safety measures in place, and if you could take these precautionary safety measures, man, it could change people's lives. I'm telling you right now. So thanks for bringing that up, buddy, because it's a pretty strong thing.
It is. No, that's definitely more than anything. That's the best vibes we have. You know what I mean? Like it's the latest things, and like I mean, we don't get recognition enough because we don't want to keep as you said, man, us talking about the things we do, but
guess what?
That is an important one.
What's next. We're done. We did it.
Exactly.
We did it.
Move on.
What's next? And the funny thing was, remember, we were talking about it privately in our group, and I know you saw it too, Ron. What's next? Like literally, the news just aired. It just ended. Cool, great, congratulations, we did it. What's next? And that's what we're looking forward to. It might be helping Ron with the HCC and Teddy and James and everyone over there. Let's help them out and beautify holiday. I am all for that, man. All for that. Whatever it takes to beautify our county and our community. Just remember, Justin, nobody can take away our implementation. No one. We when we say something, shit happens. We implement it and we do it.
Yes, sir. Well, Ron, how can people find you? How do they get a hold of you if they need some IT solutions for their business or whatever that looks like?
Well, they can hit our website, radiant-tech.net, or call us 727-493-4723, or shoot us an email, helpdesk@radiant-tech.net. And as far as HCC goes, we have a Holiday Community Cares Facebook page, and we also have a Holiday Community Cares group that we reached over 800 members just the beginning of this week. So
nice.
Keep going, buddy. Keep going. I don't know if you've done. 10 seconds. I don't know if you've done this before. I'm telling you right now. On your business page, why don't you get all the business owners in HCC, create an advertisement, create a link on your business page, Radius Market Holiday. All of you take $50, $100 each, and crush Holiday and Radius Market that with your link to your group, and your group is gonna grow.
Definitely.
Awesome.
And make sure you put that link into this into the chat, into this post in the hub, so that people know how to find the group and the Facebook page, so they can support it or be involved or get involved or find out what you got going on or anything like that. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Ron, for coming on this morning.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Reagan. Appreciate you. Love you guys. See ya.
See ya.